Recording.
Somebody's email was in my prep, so that's why there was no sign off. Sorry about that. Um, but it was a good prep. But I also want to get to your comments, and I want to show you something interesting about Rolling Stone. They've done different ones, but the one in 2004, in my opinion, is where the tells are. And top 500 songs of all time, Lonely Teardrops on the Ides of March, 315th song. What's Love Got to Do with it? Not going to get into that. But of course, he rises on the third day as Iron Man because in I Pet Goat, he is connected to the technology. He's the egghead kid that's connected to Draco or whatever. And we've shown you many times that there's like a wire connected to him through the snake. And it's telling you that's the rising day. Now, I do know that there is a the lunar eclipse on 325. 322 is don't let me be misunderstood. 323 is Allison. March 24th, wish you were here, but March 25th or 325 is many rivers to cross. But let's go to your comments. Match number 7199 is now with us. Glad they're here. Hey, if you sum the outer towers of the periodic table, the right hand side equals 325, the left hand side 324. Everything in between 74 elements is how they've amended us. This is 4774 programming. The two outer towers represent the twin towers. You can use triangle of September 11th attacks to map the table out too. That is above my head, but make sure y'all are watching these. Thank you for your comment for sure. Glad you're here. Match number 7199. Make sure you always check out the comments in our videos. The iPad go-to scene also depicted the X-Files Babylon episode, mother holding her mortality wounded child. Mulder seeing it on a magic mushy trip. Oh, wow, the magic mushroom trip by Mulder. We can go to that. Uh, magic mushroom trip, Mulder, X-Files. See if that's a thing. X-Files, Mulder's mushrooms. So fascinating. Thank you for that. Look at that. It's right there. Mulder on magic mushrooms.
In our schools and they don't even.
Fascinating. I'll put this down in the description of this video. I honestly believe there is much communication on geometrics. Yeah, well, the AI runs everything on the computer. I mean, with all due respect, match number 7199 could be an AI, but I treat everybody like they're real people. So I'm hoping you're a real person. Um, but you could literally be talking on the phone to an AI and you wouldn't know it. An AI can simulate any sound, anytime, background noises, uh, people, animals. I mean, it's an AI, and the AI is way more capable than what they tell you. Just know that a deep fake is every would be in real life is would be every bit as real. Israel, every bit as real as what you would think talking to a human would be. 27,000% you could talk on the phone, think you're talking to a person, and it be an AI. They can even maybe simulate a voice. What is it called? Where you see the face? FaceTiming. If it can be done on a computer or cell phone or whatever, then the AI can do it. Another date that aligns with Thessalonians 21. The way you would know something is not an AI, though, is, properly, test the spirits to see if they are true. And, when they say Jesus Christ is the one and only God, um, that would tell you it's not an AI, I would think, right? Another date that aligns with Thessalonians 21, 4:16 through -17 is Trump's death and resurrection on Hitler's birthday, dies on April 17th and up again on April 20th. Also, Taylor Swift's releasing of an album on the 19th seems to be many competitors for the throne. Yeah, good stuff. So Michael, our contributor, definitely, and Michael's somebody I talked to that does acknowledge the truth in God's word. But where was I? If you sit here, he gave us this Taylor Swift album called Midnights. And that midnight in Gematria comes to Donald Trump. Midnights then would be the two Trumps. And we ran that date. I ran that date to the release of the album to the Ring of Fire eclipse, which I believe would be the Abomination of Desolation Day if he goes down anytime around June or before. And it came to 7:12. 7's the number for cleansing, 12's the number for the church. The Great Tribulation is for the cleansing of the church. So I do believe the Abomination of Desolation / Great Tribulation is on October 2nd, the Ring of Fire eclipse. Could be wrong. Everybody's guess about any dates is every bit as good as mine. You had better believe it. All right, so that was it. If I never sign off properly and tell you I love you, then that means something accidentally showed on the screen. And that's the easiest way to trim the video is just from the end backwards. And so I just end a video and have to cut it. So if you ever see one that's abruptly shut off, then I made a boo-boo and had to cut something off the end of a video. But yep, that ought to do it. All right. High watch dates, Ides of March, all the way through the lunar eclipse of March 25th. Those are extremely gigantic. That's a gigantic 10-day period to me. Just, I can't scream it louder. And then the X across America total solar days later or a few weeks later is then I think would be the big boom that we see in IPEC Go, the gigantic explosion. That really would then kick off World War III, or that would be them cranking up the technology to make people very toxic, especially those that are connected to it through the pokey poke. All right, love you.